think I can maybe pin the screen. I'll play around with that. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. Um, maybe I can't. I'll figure it out. Hello,
Um, Hi, Gary. Hi, Haley.
hello,
Thanks for joining
Dad.
Hey, hey.
Your video's on, Dad.
us.
He was trying to figure out how to
Okay.
turn his video off earlier. Mary's on. Hi, Haley.
Is your dad gonna go too?
He is. He's already booked.
Oh, good.
I got you, Dad. I got the tech on this end. Mary's also booked.
Hi,
Hi,
Mary.
I'm sorry. I'm running behind. I'm making dinner at the same time. So I'm going to be camera off for a little while.
That's totally fine. No worries. All right, guys. Well, and everyone's muted. Fabulous. I am recording this for everyone. Um, I'm Lindsay Dollinger. If you do not know me for people in the recording, but I'm assuming everyone does. And I am so excited for you guys to learn more about our group river cruise with our AMA representative, Wendy. So, Wendy, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to talk a little bit just about AmaWaterways and river cruising, and then we'll go more into the details about the itinerary. I'm going to go off screen just because I'm one to move my hands around. I don't want to distract anybody from all that movement. So I don't know, have any of you heard of AmaWaterways before? We've been in business. This is going to be our 24th year this year and July. You may not have heard of us. We really truly count on our partnerships with our travel advisors like Lindsay. Thank you so much for arranging the meeting. You truly are a partner, and I thank you for, promoting us to your clients and for traveling with us as well. Again, my name's Wendy. I'm the Business Development Manager. I cover Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio. I'll start with a little bit about AMA. So we say that oceans take you to countries and rivers take you through them. So just remember that river cruising is really about the destination. The ship's just the means of getting you there. We were founded 23 years ago by three wonderful people. Rudy Schreiner, he grew up in Vienna on the Danube. His wife Christine is from Germany. And the other partner was Jimmy Murphy, whose family is from Ireland. So now they have different roles in the company. Our CEO is Catherine. She actually comes from Disney and also VRBO experiences. Lindsay, I know you're probably a Disney person. And just so everybody
Yeah.
knows, Disney actually uses the AMA ships. They charter our ships to do Adventures by Disney. And it's our crew, our food, and everything. They just come on board and do this Adventures by Disney. So a little bit about some of the destinations. We do Europe, so the Danube and the Rhine. We do all the regions of France, Portugal. We sail in Colombia, South America. Lindsay and I were just talking about that. This was new last year. So it took Rudy 7 years to develop this itinerary because we're the first river cruise company sailing the Magdalena River. So he had to go and get the rivers dredged and build the ports and everything. And then Rudy retired shortly after. But he did say it was the most rewarding. So we have two ships sailing here. There's only 30 staterooms on one and 32 on the other. We sail in Asia on the Mekong River. So we do Cambodia and Vietnam. Africa is our smallest ship, the Zambezi Queen, on the Chobe River. That one only has 28 people, so you spend either 4 days or 3 days on the Chobe, a couple of nights at Victoria Falls, and then you can add up to 17 days on the safari portion. Egypt is an 11-day itinerary. We have two ships sailing there as well. You start in Cairo. That way you get to visit the Grand Egyptian Museum and the pyramids, and then everybody flies to Luxor to board the ship. You spend 7 nights on the Nile, one more night back in Cairo at the end. This is just a beautiful map of all the places we travel. And now we'll talk about gems of Southeast Europe. So you're going to start in Budapest, and you're going to sail to Giurgiu. I hope I said it right. On the Amabella, so this is the Amabella, only 80 staterooms, 160 passengers with 50 crew members. It holds 160. Typically, you won't have 160, probably maybe 150, 156. But the ship is small, very intimate. We do have fewer guests on board. So ships are built to match the river they're sailing. So on the Danube and the Rhine, about 156 guests. Our competitors have about 200. So we do have fewer guests on board. This is the deck plan. So as you see, it has a nice sun deck with a walking track. There is a swimming pool, a heated pool. There'll be opportunities to dine out there when the weather's nice. And then we have the violin deck. You see we have an elevator, but I'd just like to point out that with river cruising, you're docked in these historic areas, and also you may tie up to other ships. So we do have the elevator. It does not go to the sun deck, so you would have to walk up one flight of steps and maybe walk through one or two ships to get off. So just keep that in mind if you have any mobility issues. This is one of the suites that we offer with the twin balcony. This is a category B. So a twin balcony stateroom is one with the French balconies. That's the one over on the left. So the French balcony is just one where you can open the doors to get some fresh air. You can stay inside, enjoy the air condition and look out, or you can sit out on the balcony. There's two chairs and a table out there for you to relax out there. The rooms are all going to be temperature control. You have the control, so you set that however you like. It's deluxe hotel style bedding. We have spacious bathrooms with multi-jet showers, really nice hot water. There's a large wardrobe, so there's plenty of storage space. You can put your luggage underneath the bed, full-length mirror. There's a hair dryer, safe, direct dial TV in the room. This is just a just to show you the layout of the stateroom. This would just be the French balcony stateroom. As you see, there's computers in the stateroom, Apple computers. We have complimentary Wi-Fi. There's a refrigerator. And then this would be the category D or E with the fixed window. Same luxury bedding and Apple computer, refrigerator, and all that. It just has a fixed window. But there's plenty of public areas where you can sit outside on the deck. So a little bit about life on board. We do have award-winning cuisine, so all the food is locally sourced. We take on food daily. So if you have any special diet or restrictions, please let Lindsay know. We can make sure to put that in the notes so the crew is prepared when you board the ship. You'll also meet with the chef or the maitre d' when you get on the ship just to make sure we accommodate any special needs. Journey's Restaurant's the main restaurant. So you just come in, it's open seating. You take a seat wherever you'd like. And then one night during your cruise, you'll have the opportunity to dine at the chef's table. It's a specialty restaurant, and Lindsay will probably make those reservations prior so the group can dine together. It seats about 28 people. It's a multi-course tasting menu paired with red and white wine. It's completely included in the price. And now during the day, we're going to be offering an Italian pasta bar for lunch, as well as lunch in the main dining room. Every evening, we have a complimentary sip and sail cocktail hour in the Lark's Lounge. It's the main lounge. Everybody can sit comfortably. So after a nice day of sightseeing, you can come on back to the ship and enjoy a couple of drinks on us. And then beer and wine and soda is included with lunch and dinner. So for a 7-night cruise, you're going to get to try about 32 different wines. They'll change the wines. They'll be red and white, even a blush or Zinfandel offered for lunch and dinner. Sodas are going to be included from lunch through the end of the day. And then you'll have the coffee station. There's also Nespresso coffee makers in the staterooms. We will give everybody a branded and AmaWaterways water bottle. When you board the ship, there'll be water stations that you can refill with water and ice. There's the heated pool on the sun deck. And then we have onboard entertainer. So we'll have a house entertainer, and then a couple of nights during your cruise, we'll have some local entertainment come on board to do performances. There is a small dance floor too, so if you have, get carried away with those complimentary drinks and beer and wine, and you want to do some dancing, there is a dance floor, and a lot of people do stay up and dance, and you're on vacation, so enjoy yourself. We have a dedicated wellness program. So it's a dedicated wellness host on board. So if you want to get up and do stretch class or walking after lunch or dinner, we will have a wellness host. We also have a gym on board all the ships and a massage studio. Also, there's a hair salon on board. You can make reservations for the spa and for the hair salon once on board the ship. So we've elevated some things on board, like the Nespresso machine we've added new drinks included. There's going to be more snacks offered throughout the day. We've changed the linen, just a nicer linen and nicer robes on board. The water bottles is another added amenity. We have wonderful crew members. They're all English speaking. They're typically from the region you're sailing, just very eager to put a smile on your face and just very happy to be there. And hopefully when you sail with us, from the moment you step on board the ship, you really feel the warmth and feel like a part of our family. The cruise managers play a really big role in the journey. So if you book a land package with us, your cruise manager will meet you at your hotel. This is really wonderful in case you forgot something or you're looking for something special or your luggage was lost. Your cruise manager will be with you from start to finish. Again, they're very knowledgeable. They're very familiar with the area. So it's great to have that person there that you can call. You'll have their phone number on your My AmaCruise app. So now we'll talk a little bit about the gems of Southeast Europe. This is where it all begins. So if you want to add a pre-land package in Vienna, this is offered at 2 nights pre-cruise. So Vienna is thriving with art and music. It's a perfect destination for anyone who wants to get immersed in the culture of this beautiful capital city. I don't know, Lindsay, are you going to do the pre-land? Have you decided?
We haven't decided yet. I know we're going to hopefully stay in Romania a couple days afterwards. But we went to Vienna on the Melodies of the Danube last summer and really loved it. So I do highly recommend Vienna if you have not done Vienna yet.
Yeah, and you'll get to, of course, tour the majestic Opera House, the former Imperial Palace. So lots to see there. Just walking around is just beautiful. So it's 2 days there, and breakfast is included. You'll have some city excursions included. And of course, you'll have time to explore on your own. And then we'll transfer you over to Budapest to board the ship. So this is the itinerary Budapest. It's where you'll start. So if you don't do the pre, you arrive in Budapest, you'll overnight there. So, don't worry if you get in late, you're going to overnight. But Budapest is a beautiful city, split by the Danube. I'm sorry, it was once Buda on one side and Pest on the other side, and then it became Budapest. This is the beautiful Parliament building. If you haven't been there, it's just breathtaking. So much to do. There's the markets. If you get in early, you can head to the ship. You can put your luggage on board the ship. You won't be able to check into your stateroom until 3, but you're welcome to come on board and sit in the main lounge. They'll have lunch or just drop your luggage off and go exploring. So there will be opportunity to tour both sides. The Buda side will be the hilly side, and then the Pest side of the river. You'll walk down by the river and you'll see the bronze shoes there of the children and the women. It's really emotional too. There's a hike up to the castle. You can choose that, or bike tour. And the nice thing is you're going to overnight, so you're going to see the Parliament building all lit up. And you're going November. Oh, I'm getting confused because I was just doing
Oh,
another
in
cruise
July.
July. The other one I'm doing is
Yeah. Mhm.
in July. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I put some of the pronunciations on here. It's hard to pronounce some of these things. So day 2, you will be in Mohawk with excursions over to Pox. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly still, even looking at the pronunciation. So that's a European capital known for its Roman ruins. It's also a wine region. Okay, whoops. I think I just, sorry, I went a little crazy with the mouse. Okay. So then we continue on to Vukovar, Croatia. It's known for its resilience and history, followed by Nova Sad. It's another cultural hub. So you can do some guided tours. Of course, there'll be the biking tours and hiking tours. There's going to be up to 6 excursions offered in each destination. There'll be different activity levels. So you choose your activity level if you want to do gentle walk or active or hiking or biking. But they're all guided tours. It's typically going to be smaller groups because there's only 156 passengers on board, up to 6 excursions. So you'll have smaller groups. There'll be wine tasting tours offered. And then Belgrade is one of Europe's oldest capitals. You can enjoy a city tour. There's a fortress tour. Also, there's a cooking class, and you can choose one of those. Also, if you're on tour and you just want to break away from the group, you can do that too. Just let your guide know that you're going to break away and you can catch up with them later on. In the evening, you're going to have the opportunity to visit this fortress. So hopefully late enough, maybe you'll get a sunset there. It'd be nice. And
Hey,
then,
Wendy, one thing I want to add is when you said that about the tours, last
mhm,
summer our guides were phenomenal. Really, the AmaWaterways tours, and I've traveled all over, were the best tour guides I think we've ever had. And most of these cities, you're going to have a little free time anyway, even when you do the tours and things. Definitely ask the tour guides, what are some recommendations or how do I return to the ship so I can go off and explore? Because they will help you with all of that stuff. So it's not just like you do the tour and you're done. You know, we can do a little research as well ahead of time. But if you just want to explore, they'll tell you how to get back to the boat too, which is really nice.
mhm. And also, if you visit the website, on the before you cruise, they'll have recommendations. I always think it's a nice idea just to read about some things to see what's going to perk your interest or something you want to look for. I wish I was smart enough to do like a s- what is it when you list things like a treasure hunt, but find this landmark or something because it'd be
Scavenger hunt.
exciting. Like when with Egypt, Lindsay, I don't know if you did much investigating before, but I wish I would have read more because there's so much history. We heard so much information. It was hard to retain it all
It
because
was. Yeah. Lots of kings, lots of pharaohs, lots of mummies. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
so Iron Gates, this is going to be the most stunning cruising day of all. So remember, there is a pool. If you want to bring your bathing suit, you can enjoy this scenic river cruising day up on the deck. Um, I mean, this is just going to be breathtaking and probably one of the highlights of the itinerary, really. And then you will go to Bidan. You'll visit the Baba Bada Fortress or enjoy some wine tasting. This is a pastry and yogurt tasting and making. Looks like it might be in somebody's house. So it is. It's a local home, so it's hands-on demonstration. That's pretty amazing, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm. This is the ancient capital, Veliko Tarnovo, another medieval fortress with multiple Orthodox temples. So this, if you hike up this, what a beautiful view. Make sure your phone's charged or you have a camera. You don't want to miss out on these pictures. And then your cruise is going to conclude, but you'll be in Bucharest, Romania. You'll end in Giurgiu. And from here, you can either go, you can do some post city packages. Are you going to do anything on the tail end or
Yeah,
are
I
you?
told everyone, yeah, the either the AMA one or we're gonna head to Bucharest. Bucharest, is that how you say it? And
Mhm.
hopefully do a tour up to Dracula's castle because I really want to see that. Yeah, in Transylvania, right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
So we do offer the 2 nights, Brasov and Bucharest. This extension includes the Dracula's castle, as you see here. I mean, I feel like if you're going to go, you have to do this, right?
Right,
Go
right.
to Pennsylvania. So that one's a 2 nights in Brasov and 2 nights in Bucharest. You can add on. Here's the itinerary. How beautiful.
Hmm.
There's also an option you can do Istanbul, one of the most popular extensions. It's where Europe meets Asia.
Hmm.
It's going to be a tough one to choose.
I know, yeah.
Wow, that's so pretty. So Lindsay has a really great promotional offer. Honestly, I don't think we've ever had such a rich offer for groups. So this is if you book by March 24th. So it's different options. So you can choose option one, which is 1,500 off per person. Or option two, which would be the free land extension, either pre in Vienna or the post in Brasov and Bucharest. Plus, on top of that, you're going to get prepaid gratuities. That's about $250 per
Mhm.
person value. And then you're also going to get 250 off. So you book by March 24th. And then, Lindsay, you might have some other special offers too,
Yeah,
maybe.
and I do have, well, as of right now, I have 4 future cruise benefits to apply to 4 people. It's not 4 rooms, 4 people, and it's an extra 5% off that fare. So, I think that's around, I think like $250 ish, um,
Mhm.
an additional off, which if you've already signed up, I've already applied those to your guys' accounts. So I have 4 left. Um, yeah, so the next
The first
four,
four.
yeah, next 4 get those. And the other thing I just want to remind people is that these cruises are open to the public right now as well, and there is another group booked on here. So keep that in mind that the room that maybe you want or that is more affordable for you might go quick. So I can't hold rooms. So, if you're interested, let's get you, it's only a $400 deposit per person down. And then the rest isn't due until 90 days prior, right, Wendy?
That's right. Uh-huh.
Okay, 90 days prior, we can make payments as well throughout the year, anytime that we want. And then there also are insurance options that we can discuss as well. Travel insurance, if you're nervous. There's also a cancel for any reason travel insurance that as long as you get it at the time of deposit, you can take advantage of that too. So those are some things to mention, I think.
And also the land package is occupancy controlled,
Mm,
so it may be available today, but it may not be available tomorrow. I just like to point that out.
yeah. Yep. What questions, if any, does anyone have? Feel free to unmute. You can drop them in the chat. Some people had messaged me privately about excursions, which I think Wendy did a really nice job of explaining those. So those will open up for us to actually go in and pre-book. Is it 60 days prior, Wendy?
At
Okay.
60 days prior, yep. You'll download your My Alma Cruise app, and on the app will be a guest booklet. And the guest booklet, it'll give you a overview of the excursions being offered, the duration, the activity level, and then you can choose your excursions. But the night before, each day, the cruise manager will talk about the excursions being offered the next day. So 90% of the time, probably more than that, probably 98% of the time, if you want to make a change, you can do that on board.
Yeah.
So just remember, if you choose something, because it is going to be hard to choose, and you probably will change your mind. So just keep in mind, you can make changes on board.
Yeah. The other thing that I was thinking is I know at least for the walking tours, there seem to usually be a regular pace, a gentle walker pace, and maybe even was there an advanced one maybe at
Yes,
one
the
point?
fast one
Yeah,
too.
I was gonna say I think there was fast.
I remember doing one in Cologne, the active one. We were really flying through Cologne.
Yeah, I bet for the active, I was gonna say regular, I feel like went at a good pace. Brandy asked pricing. I'm gonna drop my landing page down here so you can look at pricing.
Do you want me to stop sharing? Do you want to share?
Oh no,
Or
I don't have to share. Yeah, I'll just drop the link. And the link I believe was also emailed out, but I'll share it with people too.
and I have
Um,
the if you I have the QR code for the brochure.
oh,
Oh no,
perfect. That'd be great.
maybe I thought I did, but now I don't see it.
Well, I mean I have it all right here. Here, I'll just drop. Here you go, Brandy. I can also send that to you via Messenger too. And if people are watching replay, this will be in the email. So that has all the pricing. That has the rooms that were available when I called. So if you want one of the ones, for example, and it shows like doesn't have availability, that's my availability. So I can always call and check for you guys too. There are
What was
limited
the lead-in?
triples. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Did you know what the lead-in rate? Were there any D's or E's available?
There were just a couple. Yeah, that's what I had on there.
And just keep in mind, if you book a D or an E, at about 85 days prior to sailing, they usually do, you can bid for an upgrade if there's any staterooms left.
Yes, that's another great point. Yeah.
So just remember the deposit's 400 per person. The finals due at 90 days prior. All your shore excursions are included. All your meals are included. The beer and wine and sodas included for lunch and dinner. There's food all throughout.
Yeah.
There's entertainment on board. If you want to pick up some wine or whatever and pour it, you're welcome to bring that back on board for the times we're not offering it complimentary. There's no corkage fee at all. And then we have the entertainment, but also, try to go out and enjoy a drink at the local bars too, because it's, part of it is experience in the culture, the local culture.
Yes, Wi-Fi and excursions are all included.
And yeah, we pay more for Wi-Fi than we do for fuel, I believe. The
I
ports are
remember them hearing, yeah. Maybe because Haley's on here. Haley's a huge ocean cruiser, Wendy. And I don't know that she has done river cruise. So is just briefly maybe some differences between the two.
It's a huge difference. First of all, you don't even know you're moving, and it's very intimate. 156 people on board, so that's really a big difference. It's really about the destination. I mean, we have amenities on board that are really nice, but it's not, we don't have the triple deck slides and all that all that
Yeah.
stuff. Um, it's just more about being immersed in these places and the fact that you're going to get to see multiple countries
Mhm.
without having to pack and go to check in a hotel and then, travel to the next destination and unpack, wait for check-in. You're going to be in your hotel. Your hotel's actually taking you to the places instead of the other way around.
Yeah, and the days where we're in multiple cities, at least this was our experience going the other way on the Danube. We would go out, we would do an excursion, have a little bit of time. We'd get back on board, eat lunch, and the boat would sail to the next one. By the time we were done with lunch or shortly after, it was time to get off, do another city. Sometimes the boats were docked there pretty late as well. So I know some people, I don't think we did for dinner. But some people chose to do a dinner at a restaurant if they wanted to do that. And then, just had to make sure they were back on time, obviously. Um,
Mhm.
but you
Yeah.
basically just walk on board a river cruise and scan
Right.
in. It's not a long line with customs like you have with a ocean liner either, which is
And
nice.
just leave your passport in your room and
Mhm.
you're on and off pretty easy.
Yep.
Um, Also, people ask what to wear. I mean, of course, during your excursions, wear tennis shoes and be very comfortable.
Yeah.
At dinner, we just ask not that you don't wear cutoffs or bathing suits in the dining room.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
dress up. The dressiest night is going to be the captain's dinner.
Mm.
No, it's not required to wear a sports coat, but if you want to dress up, you just like dressing up and you have a dress that you don't get to wear often or whatever,
Mm.
wear it, dress up. It's
Yeah.
your cruise.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised with how comfortable it felt, even though there were some people dressed very fit, no one really cared. Like it was very well,
Nobody cares.
everything was welcoming. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we really have, I don't know how it ends up, but we really just have wonderful guests on board too. Really, you'll probably meet friends that you'll stay in touch with.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then in the evenings, we had a lot of like performers coming on, like local performers singing or dancing or something like that after dinner, which was great.
And if you want to do your Christmas cards, we have free postcards and we
Mm.
mail them for free. And I say Christmas because it may take that long for them to get delivered.
It
I
does
mean,
take like 3 months. That's
even here where I live in Evansville, I can mail a card to my daughter in Louisville and it takes weeks.
also
So,
true. Also
yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice perk. So my travel agent friends on here, you can send postcards to your clients at home. I know I got some clients from that, so that was really nice
And
to
you
get
can
that.
also, there's digital postcards, so you can create a collage and send out postcards to people. They can track you while you're on the ship.
Yeah,
And make sure
that's
you get
really fun.
familiar with the app too,
Yeah.
because the app will have emergency contact numbers. There's addresses for the ship. The
Hmm.
cruise manager's number will be there in case you get carried away in port and miss the ship or something.
Yeah.
Just know where those numbers are. So if something does happen and you're not in panic mode, you know where to find them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Very.
if you're really active and you're into biking, on those days where we are in two different ports, you can even bike to the next port and meet us there. Like if we're in port in the morning and then cruising during the day and then dock in the afternoon, you can just meet us there.
They did have an excursion that did that, or my last one too. People left in the morning. We passed them actually on the boat. And I was like, mentally, I'm like, good for them. Not for me, but good for them.
I think I would more likely do it here because just remember this part of the Danube is less polished, I would say. It's not as
Mm.
touristy. Now, I wouldn't do it in Amsterdam, that's for sure, with all those
Right.
bikes, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be less traveled. You're older off the beaten path. That's really why I picked this itinerary because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the majority of these cities I had never even heard of before. And I'm like, I would probably not visit these if it were not for a river cruise. So that's why I'm excited about it.
and it'll be nice because y'all if it's all your friends and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, just
That's
a
right.
tip. So there's two, when you walk in the dining room on the right and the left, there's tables that seat like eight. It's first come, first serve. So if y'all want to try to grab those, somebody needs to get down there kind of
Get down there
early.
early. We got
Yeah.
it. We're
Yeah.
on it. All right, guys, any other questions? Feel free to drop them if you have them. If not, feel free to email me. Um, my Hungarian Romanian heart is happy. I'm so glad, Mary. I'm glad you and Jacob are getting to go. It's going to be really fun.
Also, there's we don't have self-serve laundry, but you can get your clothes laundered. It's just that's not dry cleaned or anything. It's really inexpensive too. So if you don't want to pack a lot, you would just want to do a carry-on bag.
Yep.
You can have your stuff laundered on board. They typically get it if you drop it in the morning or they pick it up in the morning. You usually will get it back that evening.
Brandy, the price I believe I put on there shows both. Um, So yeah, I'll share my screen real quick, Wendy,
Okay.
before we hop off here. Replace current share. So this is the website I built for us. So when you go in and you click on full itinerary here, it'll show you the room types when you click on pricing and then room options. Okay, here we go. So it should say on here double occupancy, this, and then it'll have the single rate for that room. So if there are two people, it's this 64.58. That's for a category E. But if you're a single in that room, it would be 56.83. Um,
And is that with the discount or not with the discount?
that's with the discount. That's not with the 5%, but that's with the discount. Yeah, I believe these were normally like nine something. Yeah, so it should show you both for all of them. I did not do it for, so like you'll see here, the single rate for this one's 89. Two people, it's 10. I did not do it for the suite, and the category AA because those, you basically double the price. They don't have a single supplement available for those, is the way I understood it. So a double, two people would be 12,000. If you do one person, that would be 24. Does that sound right, Wendy?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and the dates, July 19th through 26th is what
Yes.
the question was. Yeah.
Yes. 19 through the 26th, 2027, not this summer.
Mhm.
Yes, I want to make sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, if you don't have anything else, like I said, feel free to reach out to me. If I can't answer it, I will be in touch with Wendy. And Wendy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you. Thank you.